The self is the same material for everyone, and unique in that it is a particular combination of general materials, the archetypes, and implanted in a unique body in a specific time and place. The specific and relative are backed up by the universal and absolute. In Jungian psychology, the development of the unique and specific ego and its surrounding consciousness, as well as persona identity, represent just the beginning of the full development of the self. The self is a transcendent psychological factor in that it includes all aspects of the personality, conscious and unconscious. Some schools of psychotherapy focus on the development of ego structures and persona identity adjustment. This is an important part of the individuation process as a whole, but it is not all of it. Sometimes Jung would write about individuation as becoming what you are, and not only who you are. Who refers to your conscious identity, but what is the totality of the self, the conscious and the unconscious aspects combined? A basic axiom of Jungian psychology is that the self is supraordinate to the ego, and that the ego is only a part of the whole self, albeit an absolutely essential part. Full individuation is a developmental goal, but it is not fully achievable and realizable within a single lifetime. You might wonder why that is the case. Why can't we reach the final goal of the individuation process? In other words, realization of the self completely. It is because our consciousness is not big enough to integrate the whole self. We can only partially integrate what the self fully represents. Certain aspects of the self, even after a long development of individuation, remain unconscious, beyond the reach of consciousness.
It takes many lifetimes, and I had this thought even as a teenager. If you're like a trampoline artist, and like maybe they had been ancient medieval times, but or if you're a coder in Roman times, or maybe you make those watches or those devices that they watches were made in 16th. I think ancient Greece they had some, but what a phenomenon! Like our conscious mind, our conscious mind is like the universe, the Big Bang, and there's some other force. Oh my God. Makes you wonder.
The self as a whole is made up of many archetypal potentials, but an individual can realize only a few of these possibilities. An individual is a specific combination of these many archetypal possibilities. That specific combination is what the individual is responsible for realizing and manifesting as the
archetypes. They're like the primary God's colors. That's another video.